Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel, and we're going to continue another great day of crazy news. Alright, so first off, what we're going to be doing is that Elon Musk has apparently released footage of a black mass assailant. Yeah. So, that being said, we'll get directly into this and see exactly why Elon posted this, what he posted as a result of all this, and maybe going over some Tim Pool stuff, because I don't really agree with Tim Pool in this particular instance. So, let's go with this. Elon Musk releases footage of black masked assailant who stalked his son. The individual recorded the recorder in return, holding up his phone. The video shows the license plate number of the Hyundai as well, reading CJ82G38. Yep, pretty sure a voice can be heard saying over the recording. Elon Musk, what he has said is, late last night, a car carrying little X in LA was followed by a crazy stalker, thinking it was me, who later blocked the car from moving and climbed onto the hood. Legal action is being taken against Sweeney and organizations who supported harm to my family. Anyone recognizes person or car. So, let's take a look at this. So, that's pretty much it. Elon Musk also decided to reveal that what he has planned for this particular instance. Now, obviously, I'm not reading this off of it, but in terms of what he was going to do with doxing, he goes on to say, any account doxing real-time location info of anyone will be suspended, as it is a physical safety violation. This includes posting links to sites with real-time location info. Posting locations someone traveled to on a slightly delayed basis isn't a safety problem, so is okay. Last night, car carrying Lil X in a LA was followed by a crazy stalker, thinking it was me, who later blocked car from moving and climbing onto the hood, blah 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 blah. So, this is what he says right here. And then some people were going on to, to point exactly what Elon Musk says. Thank you for the clarification. What would be a good standard to set for slightly delayed and reasonable? Would like to see Jack Sweeney's other accounts restated as well. Sweeney refers to Jack Sweeney, who ran the Elon Jet and Trump's accounts that tracked the locations of Musk and Trump's private jets. According to Jack on the True Social, he had 30 accounts, all of which were suspended. So this is one on True Social. Twitter has updated their private information and media policy to prohibit live location tracking, regardless if this location is publicly available, but notes that sharing publicly available a location after a reasonable time has elapsed is permitted. So pretty much saying that as long as you post it after that event happened, it's okay. And I think of one particular thing regarding if this information is publicly available. Yeah, I would probably, I have some things. Sometimes I always say with what Nick has said, or Nick Ricada particularly, has gone over with this, as he said that doxing is legal under the obviously the First Amendment and stuff like that, and I would actually agree with this in that statement. However, I go on to the statement that I probably think with Nick Ricada that doxing should probably be most likely illegal. However, I would love to have a conversation with Nick Ricada on this particular issue, so we can kind of bounce ideas or other issues that would come to play that on why he would actually think that doxing should be legal in this aspect. Now, I can understand from what Nick Ricada's specific viewpoint here is that well, if you're being doxed in this particular fashion, and obviously, for what happened to him, where he had people go out and attack him, that Nick should have the right to give these people information. His only way to attack these people publicly, that why he was attacked or what have you, because they sent all that stuff. So I can agree with that in that circumstance. Maybe there should be limits to maybe to I think names should be allowed for the most part, and maybe even your phone number allowed. But I would probably be against, and most likely against, the actual house location, because people are obviously, would use that for nefarious means. So Nick never released the house location, or even, I think, even the number or even emails of these people, but just the names. And that's where I think might be 100% okay. But my problem with the whole doxing thing is that I have seen more people use it nefariously than people have used it for positive actual use. And I don't know where you could technically say where doxing would be okay, or horrible, or will be okay, or lead to where how majority of people actually use doxing. Because, say, for instance, names is one thing to where obviously if you say somebody's name and you call that doxing, well, I guess you could, but I mean, again, names are just one way to identify with people, obviously, other than say she, him, her, or etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, but this is what Tim Pool has to say about the whole doxing thing, and I'm going to address some things. He's like, it really does concern me a little bit on what he says. Take a look.
I think that goes into doxing territory. If somebody, I'll put it this way, I understand this guy attacked Elon Musk's family, 100%. He should be brought to justice, and I can agree with that. But I do have to say, we got to be careful about how we move forward with doxing rules, because I wouldn't want someone posting my license plate. Granted, very different circumstances, and this is why we have judges, right? A judge interprets the law. The law may say, hey, you can't accost somebody. And then someone will be like, well, they got within 2 feet of my personal space. And the judge might be like, chill out. You weren't accosted. Calm down, leave. Some other judges might actually say, no, you can't do that. Actually, in some jurisdictions like Illinois, getting right up in someone's face is assault. No joke. And battery is making contact, or some kind of contact that humiliates. In New York, I was told by police that if someone actually physically hits you, and you can't prove any physical damage, there's no assault. No joke. So my point is just this. As we get into the philosophical debate here, and into the story itself, we got to be careful about how we interpret the rules. And maybe the answer is you need judges. If someone physically attacks your family and you're trying to collect evidence to bring them to justice, maybe it's okay to show the license plate. However, the other issue is I don't know who this guy is, and I don't see anything in the video other than them just filming his face. What's going to end up happening is they're going to film my license plate and be like, this guy attacked us. But here's the story. Last night, Elon Musk believed in free speech until someone posted the location of his kids, and then his kids got attacked. And then he said, you know what? No. Okay, there's limits. Well, there you go. Security versus freedom.
Now, what Tim Pool has said is pretty much ignorant in the sense of the fact that doxing is one thing when somebody has not committed a crime and you have posted their stuff and all their personal information without, them actually legitimately committing a crime, or to where they're inciting violence towards you or trying to ruin your life in some type of way. At that point, doxing becomes an actual issue and no longer a form of, just giving out information for non crime related purposes. As he has also gone out and said that as well, that maybe we should when somebody commits a crime, take a picture of the license plate after they attack you and stuff like that. Well, Tim, I don't know if you realize how the law or how police work, or have seen any police video. But normally what happens is if the person flees a crime or what have you, they take a picture of the license plate and then they send it to the police department for investigation, or other people take pictures of the license plate and send it to people for an investigation. This also happens in traffic collisions, to where people will do a hit and run and you end up getting the license plate and you send it to the police and they're able to catch the perpetrator. This is already done, Tim. This is done by people that by the government and in general, or people have already done this. So how else, Tim, do you capture the bad guys? How else do you get information from people, or stop this crime from happening or keep them from going free if you don't use their personal information at some point. At some point, you gotta use their personal information in order to catch them. And that's what we do. And this is obviously, this is an issue when it comes to a crime-related issue, Tim. A crime-related issue. Obviously, the Elon jet is not what I would say necessarily a bad thing all that much because he's not really committing a necessary crime of trying to incite violence or doing any type of crime at all for Elon Musk. So I'm a little bit against that. But when it comes down to a crime-related issue, Tim, that's a problem. And yes, they need to be doxxed. Yes, they need to have the police or people need to have the information to give to the right parties so that they can catch the perpetrator. This is already done, Tim. This is the problem that I have with Tim Pool because he tries to fence it way too much or doesn't realize the things that he says and it just becomes out to be really, really stupid. So, yeah, Tim, and yes, obviously, guys, I have cut the very last video of that by a good margin because it goes on a little bit more, right? So, Tim, if you want to try to do some stupid shit and, try to take down my channel or do like a channel strike or whatever, you're going to have issues doing that because I can easily post that extra information there. But the only reason why I cut that off is so that way I'm not using a whole bunch of your actual video and, pointing to the main context that I am providing. So yes, the issue that we have here is, Tim, is that you're stupid. And you don't realize that police do this, people already do this, this already happens in general. Again, this is crime related. So guys, what do you think about it? What do you guys think of what the whole issue should be done on doxing and all that stuff? Because I really would really like you to know. Get your opinions on it. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.